They'll run on first down. Rosenthal. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looking to throw. Cruz. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Cruz. It's caught right side by Daniels. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Now Cruz to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking for more there on 1st down. But this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Well, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a handoff as they run left side. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And now here's a carry heading left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a give, right side. Rosenthal, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Shoves him aside near the 35. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Cruz throwing on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Daniels. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Spins past him. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a first and 10. Throwing, Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Rosenthal. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Looking to throw. Cruz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 37.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Cruz on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off-play action. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts on one play have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now they try the right side here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, And it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Going up top. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Cruz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Well, let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Cruz now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for Indy. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but not them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 186 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive
right.
battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Six yards left on 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8 as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now Cruz throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Cruz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Indianapolis, they finally get that elusive 2nd win as the record moves to 2-12. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.